Yo, what's up, everybody? Dre Day all day in the place to be. Here with another episode in the Dasher series. I'm just gonna get into it because he's been here before. He's your friend. He's my friend. He's everybody's friend. What's up, Laggy?
How are y'all doing? It's been a while, hasn't it?
It's been
Literally a year, huh?
Has it been a year already? Dang, time flies when
Yep,
you're fun.
it's been a whole year. My Dasher series back in 2020, I believe, that was August 7th. Today is August 27th.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Man.
It all flew right by, didn't it?
So, I mean, well, first of all, that's incredible because you were on I know you were on the first 10. You were like one of the first ones on the show back in the days. But so what's it been like? What's the year been like, man? What was it? Dash League, the game got released, all these updates, all these new people. What do you think is going? What do you think of everything?
It's all different, all right? So, my oh my, it is way more livelier in many ways than one.
Yeah.
There's now that the game has actually came out and tons of people have been flooding in, lots of new raw talent. People come in from whether it be the Laser Tag League, Recremont, and all that. A lot of new talent coming in. We have like new teams like Apex. Almost got our asses handed to last night by them.
That was crazy.
Apex, yeah, that was wild. We got Apex, and then Onyx came back. Who would have known? Onyx came back.
Everybody kept talking about it. It's funny because Control Point and Onyx are two things that everybody kept like kind of memeing, but it was, I mean, I was serious. I wanted them back, but they kept asking for it and it happened.
Yeah, it's insane. And honestly, good old Laggy over here is not going to be able to keep up with it for any longer because man, oh man, this is crazy. Because with how things are, competition's real ruthless and like prize pool is even bigger, so we have more of a reason to like get into the grind. But me, on my end, this is the part where I start relaxing. Yeah, honestly,
that makes sense.
Yeah,
I get it, but go ahead.
Yeah, it's just the way that I've been conducting myself. I'm just a lot more relaxed now than back then, because this game has come out. But not only that, our actual, real life circumstances are starting to come back out as well. Because this pandemic is starting to calm down a little bit, although at the same time it's getting even goddamn worse with the new variant. So yeah, of course, people are going back to their good old lives, and honestly, a lot of my teammates on Team O, they're just getting into college. I know there's a little bit in Boyroy. They're all trying to juggle between this and that, and of course it's going to catch up to them because man, oh man, just gonna say this now. I only started high school, which is really I don't know, well, minor in comparison to all of our college boys.
That's serious though. That's a serious moment in your life.
Yeah, I just stepped back home and I'm ready to fucking die, dude, because goddamn, I'm exhausted.
and that takes
So,
a
yeah,
lot out
it's
of
a
you.
lot.
It's like, what is it? 6 classes? I don't know. That's what it was for me. 6
Yeah,
classes.
it like, of course, in comparison to how people in the workforce get it, like, yeah, it's pretty rough for kids our age, but
Yeah.
man, oh man, like, I thought I'd be able to handle being able to juggle between these two things, but yeah, unfortunately, it's just not that easy.
Dash League is a full-time job, man. Dash League is a
Hell
full-time
yeah.
job. I tell people all the time, like, I like playing the game and it's fun, and I'm gonna continue to do that. But I don't think I could be on the team just because I can't take it that serious.
Yeah, that's the kind of approach that I've been taking too. It's like, I don't really grind as much as I used to, And
Yeah.
while recently I did change my control binds, I guess that counts. I was running that on the Apex match, and it felt super awkward, but hopefully it'll work out.
Hey, but you killed it on that. You guys killed it on the first map. We thought we were gonna see a control point on that second map. It was close.
Oh my god, if it weren't for OK being an absolute Giga Chad, dude, oh
Yeah.
my.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, we won that match, but I'm just gonna say this now. I told this to my team. We won, but not for me to feel good about.
Yeah.
I guess I did play pretty whack, but pretty decent at the same time, because, like, new control buttons and all that, but those are just excuses, man. I feel like I could have done a bit more better, and big shoutouts to Apex for scaring the shit out of me.
Apex are killers. I mean, I hear they're the elite assault, and then it looks like it, man. They're living up to that name right now.
Yeah, honestly, they flew right under my radar because I've just been looking out for other teams like RD, Onyx and all that, and then Apex is just like bam right there. I'm like, oh my god, who are you?
Yeah. No, they're
crazy.
good. They're good.
They've been on the grind, unlike me.
So I mean, and you've been I know we kept saying other, but it's O. You've been on Team O
Yeah.
for a while, since the beginning.
Yes, sir. Yeah, since like season 1.
Season 1.
Yeah, that's when things just started to take off, and yeah, I like my team.
That's.
I can't bring myself to leave them.
Oh, are you saying that you've been propositioned by other teams, maybe by some source?
Oh my, oh my. I don't know. I don't know if they'll be happy with me telling this, but screw it. So, you remember that other ND, that other ND merger, right? Maybe you might have heard of it.
Yeah.
Maybe it kind of just flew right over your radar.
It might have. It might have.
Yeah. So on the morning that happened, I was actually when they actually did the roster and all that, when they decided to disband other fake, when they decided to do a little bit of prank on Dash League, which it totally got people. Yeah, sure. So yeah, as soon as other decided to type in, oh yeah, we're disbanding into the team roster, it's a wonderful morning. I wake up, sun shining into my eyes. I turn into a vampire because I want to go back to sleep, and then I look at my tablet, and there's just all of these notifications, and then it's like, yo, you want to join our team, and then I'm like, what? So I open up Discord, and then I go into the yeah,
Me? Oh.
yeah, me, like, what's happening, you know? So I go into Discord, check out what's happening in the team server, and then they're like, oh yeah, we just disbanded other side, we could do a fake merge with D. And then I'm like, dude, my DMs are getting fucking flooded, and I hate you all. And I went back to bed.
And you went back to bed. I like that.
Yeah, I woke
and
up
I
like an
believe
hour
it.
after that,
I
man.
believe it. I believe it. Everybody was like, Laggy, we need a lag genius over here. Come on, join this team.
Yeah, honestly, when it comes to me as a player, I feel like this probably sounds really stupid coming from me, but like, the best way to describe it's more like an imposter syndrome. Like, bro, like all of these teams are just like, I just got DM'd by so many people. It was insane. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm not that good. What the heck?
And you know, some of them are feeling jealous because they're like, I didn't get no DMs.
That was, oh my gosh, that was totally Lil Bit. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but that was totally Lil Bit. And it's like, where are my DMs at?
Where's my DMs at? Maybe they got lights.
Oh my god, can I just really quick talk about how awesome of a teammate Lil Bit is, dude?
Yeah.
Lil Bit's great, and I'm not even joking. Me and Lil Bit always like to insist that we it's literally looking at a mirror, alright? I'm gonna say this right now, Lil Bit and I, like, dude, I don't, as soon as he joined, we just immediately hit it off, because he's just such a good dude, and like, we have just a lot of things in common.
Like what?
And like our freaking play style, our KDs and scrims and all that.
Okay.
He's like in the entirety of Lil Bit's probably the closest person that I could call to a legitimate brother, because he is literally my clone pretty much. Like, it's like looking at a mirror with smudges. It's the exact same reflection, right?
Yeah.
But like, there's still smudges. So of course we have a few differences, but other than that, he is literally my clone. So yeah, big shout outs to Lil Bit, and like, he's just been so awesome throughout this entire season, man. Love the guy.
Well,
So I
know he's been
remember.
around for a minute too.
Yeah, I remember like when he first got inducted into other, I just do a little bit of a private DM with him. I'm like, yo, dude, glad you're on the team. And then I'm like, yo, you remember me from that game from that game with Vader? Yeah, that's the guy. Cause dude, I remember when I first joined Vader. Oh man, good old times, simpler. Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Weren't you, like, I thought you were on, like, so you were on another team.
Yeah, at one point, yeah, but
Okay.
I only got to play like one match with them. Yeah,
I
Vader.
know. I remember Vader. Vader was awesome. So was what was it? R2 4D2
R2D2.
4D, something like that. What was the name of that team?
Yeah, Illy. That's what the team. That was the team Lil Bit was on, Elite. Yeah, there was a Vader versus Illy match, and now that I think about it, I remember getting DMs from Garbage Man, my former Vader captain, one of the casters in DL, and this was shortly after we had like a team scrim, to
Yeah.
like see what the strats are all about. And he was DMing me to join a match against other when I wasn't even on the team roster yet. But I was asleep during that. But luckily, when they had their next match against Illy, I was actually able to play that. And honestly, I played pretty goddamn well for my first time around. Because now that I think about it, back in the canyon lobby, or not canyon, in the blue spawning area, we were just right next to the payload, and I'm just like shaking, like, oh my god, there's someone streaming my gameplay. it was I had actual stage fright for my first match, but thank God it went well. Thank God that went well. That was
You've always performed
yeah.
well on the camera. You've always given us a show, especially even when you were lagging it looked good.
Yeah, like I remember like one of your homies, right, Tuscadero, is that right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he called me out on my performance on blue. I'm like, oh my god, he actually noticed me. Those are simpler times, man.
Those were
I'll
simpler
always-
times.
Yeah, I'll always look back at that with a certain kind of fondness.
We didn't have to worry about all this strat, all this technical shit, all this stats, all this MMR and everything. It was just like, hey, who won, who lost? That was a good show. Thank you. Let's move on.
Yeah, yeah. It's nothing to hate though.
Oh no.
Not much to hate about it. It's getting a lot more involved now.
Yeah.
And of course, while I have to be optimistic, there's obviously a lot of problems in the league in general. Obviously, don't want to go into too much detail in the Dasher series because I'll just be drawing blanks because I'm not really too involved in the chat channels and all that. But yeah, I'm just peeking at the channels and there's like arguments and all that, and I'm just like, okay, I'll just put in my 2 cents by like posting a picture of my cat or something.
Yeah, in some spots it's arguments over modding and all this stuff, and it's like
Modding, casting, that kind of thing.
yeah.
I just don't want
it's
to be involved.
casting. Yeah, and then my thing is this is like, I hope that doesn't burn my fucking trash can. Burn it instant and just fell into my trash can. So yeah, my thing is this: if you're having fun, then they're having fun, and everybody's having fun. And if you're not having fun, then why are we doing this? Because I'm pretty sure we all have jobs or work to do. So
Yeah.
why make this a job or work? Let's have fun. Let's do the thing. The problem is once you involve so much money, I must say it. Once you involve so much money, then rules start being put in place and restrictions, and everybody wants this and that and wants to know the angles so they could get to the very edge of it. And it's like, oh man, now we're not having fun anymore. Now it's all about how big is this square and how bright is your light in your room. And it's like, what? Wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, when the money starts to stack up so the stakes, people will start trying to catch bullets between their teeth if it involves money, man.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's when I'm thinking back to all that. When I'm thinking back to what I'm just super stressed out when it comes to like trying to get better as a player, I always think back to the fact that I joined this league because I thought I found the game fun, all right? That's what I want to remember above all else. Sure, there's all this stuff about strategy. It's a bit more serious than it has to be sometimes. But at the end of the day, this is a video game. This is not real life by all means. And we're here to have fun in the end.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Let's have fun because it is a fun game.
That's why I always insist, if there's anyone that I know, whether it be like DMM server name people or anyone that I might have spoken to, anyone that I interacted to at one point, I absolutely refuse to have any kind of bad blood, ill will towards anyone. Before I continue on that, I like to talk trash in pub lobbies, okay? Come on.
Like
Who
what?
the hell
What do you
does
say?
it?
What do you say?
Depends on the people because like if it's kids, I'm fuck all, man, all right? It's kids, all right? They don't care.
Fuck off.
they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But obviously there are times where I just sound really irritated and all that, but I'm just going to say this right now. If you're watching this at the moment, please know that I get out of my way above all else to make sure that no one's offended, no one dislikes, or I just want to make sure I want to be that everyone kind of guy, okay? I want to be with every group. I just want to make sure that everyone's cool with me personally. Honestly, you can hate my team other for all you want, but just know that myself, I do not carry any kind of ill will or anything of the sort. I remember, this is a little bit of a more touchier topic. Back during the O2 and other kind of thing, where O2 just kind of, took off, basically. Yeah, of course, I like to say that I don't like to carry any ill will towards anyone, but of like obviously that did hit me hard individually as well. Because well, I'm gonna be honest, a little bit of an insider look. I don't believe that I taught them as much when they were still a scrim team under O's wing. You know, I just
Mhm.
kind of said some things that sounded like what a mentor would say, and I just went my way. But the thing is, just my point of view is, my team spent all of this time to teach, talk, discuss, arrange scrims. They took a bunch of time to do all of that for a scrim team, right? And for all of that to just get tossed to another team without having us call dibs on it and all that, it's a
Yeah.
little bit disheartening. Of course, there's already a way to refute what I just said, but that's just my perspective, okay?
Yeah.
Of course I'm going to feel really sour about them because, you know, all
Yeah.
that time they spent on them, it could have been spent on us trying to just sharpen our own skills, because that's where we were in trouble. Because I remember back in the playoffs with Bruh, I was feeling really tense because we had just gotten off from the O2, because I remember when O2 was still a thing, others chats were always super crowded, but now after they took off, it was a goddamn ghost town because no one was feeling good, and playoffs with Bro were just kind of easing around the corner. And yeah, I think that was probably the biggest hit in morale that Other has ever taken that I've seen. And I remember I was just like trying to get myself together as well, because don't be surprised, I was really, really heated up about the O2 situation, okay? Because yeah, it took quite a long time for me to sort out my feelings and all of that, and almost even force a smile even. But again, back to what I said earlier, I do not hate, dislike, or carry any kind of ill will towards any of you. Anything can fucking happen. You can shit on my team, board bias this, board bias that, but remember that I, as an individual, do not hate or dislike any of you, alright? Talk to me, DM me, feel free. I'm sure we'll always have a fun conversation no matter what it is, alright? I just want to make that clear.
Yeah, man, I get it. I hear you, and that's crazy. Yeah, because I remember that being sour grapes, and that sucks. That does suck to put a lot of work into something. And
I just don't want to deal with that. Obviously, I could have said a lot of more things that I might have regret not saying after this interview, but that's just my overall view on it.
yeah,
I just don't want to have to deal with just like knowing the fact that someone in this community does not view me in a good light, because that is the last
nah,
thing that I want.
I'm pretty sure. Nah, I think everybody. I mean, I don't know everybody, because I mean, somebody's gonna dislike you. Haters gonna hate. That's just the way it
Of
is.
course.
I thrive. I feed off that hate. I love it. But I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody interacts with you. You're pretty. I mean, what I learned from you is, when I remember when I was playing a match and you were just dashing around and you weren't really shooting anybody. You were just dashing around and I was chasing, trying to kill you, and I could not kill you. But I started doing that too. So if I'm in a match and I notice everybody's kind of low level, I just dash around, or at the end I just give them kills and let them like kill me and give them a chance to learn, like chase me down. It's not hard. They get me pretty fast, but at least give them some kills.
Man, oh man, that reminds me, like, man, pub lobbies, now that the game has actually come out, those
Yeah.
pub lobbies are like built different in a bad way, you know? Because it's just, I don't know. I figured with the game being out for that long, I figured all the kids would have subsided because they just figured out that this game is too shitty because like there's just players better than them, you know?
Yeah.
I just figured like a lot of the pub lobbies, there's like way more toxic activity now. And like I said earlier, I do talk trash, and that's only if someone swings first, you know?
I remember.
Yeah, a lot of that happens.
No, absolutely. I remember when it came out on SideQuest and that troll wave came out, the first troll wave, and everybody was allegedly, some people were maybe putting together some sort of a documentation of said beans, and you know, just advising everybody, a PSA, you know, you might say allegedly.
Yeah. See, that's when the community was small enough to actually get together and do things like that, right?
It was small. It was small. Yeah, yeah. I can't do that.
God, it
now.
was way tinier. Yeah, yeah. It was wild.
But the friend update is cool. I like the friend update. That's fun. Even though
Yeah, the friend
everybody's
update-
always in a locked lobby.
Yeah, that makes the aliases cry. Yeah,
Well,
aliases.
That's
huh?
true. That's true. I can see who's online and be like, oh, I know who this might be or this might be.
With like with how the game is released, Dash League season and all that, tensions are as tight as ever, everyone's aliasing. I remember posting a piece or two in the official HyperDash Discord server and how I just fucking hate aliasing people. I'm like, what is the point? It's just an ego grab, okay? Yeah, and with the response that got, yeah, it's understandable. League players, of course, are gonna alias because, like, honestly, people are goddamn thirsty for knowledge. It's almost unsettling, but I'm not like that anymore, to be honest. I don't remember the last time I aliased without it being ironic. Like, there was a time where I joined a pub night as Lord Grim, but it was pretty obvious that it was me because I was backflipping every time someone shot me. And yeah, because if it's because, like, when I alias, I always want to make sure that I'm just talking and being annoying so that everyone knows that it's me to not, like, cause any misunderstanding. So yeah, Lord Grim, shout out to my homeboy Lord Grim. He's one of the biggest OGs in this community for me. Yeah, so yeah, I aliased as you one time. Sorry. They knew it was me though. Dark Moon was there.
You alias as me?
Want to make a request?
No. No, stick to Lord Grim. He's yeah. I don't think people will believe it. People will be like, he's shooting too straight. You see, I don't. It's not Dre.
Yeah.
It's not Dre.
Yeah, Lord Grim. Oh man.
You cannot shoot as bad as me.
Yeah, Lord Grim. If you're watching this, shoutouts to you, man. Because I remember when Lord Grim used to be a tiny little HH just like me, and I ended up getting into HH before him. I remember he got in there pretty much sooner than I. He pretty much got there later after I did. And this was back then when HH was actually, like, pretty goddamn crazy, you know? Like, it was a lot more tight-knit, and the camaraderie was a lot more familial than what I remember than it is now. And yeah, when Lord Grim was being inducted into HH, I'm like, can I invite him? Can I invite this man personally? I would love to do it, but nah. They said no. And then I'm like, screw you guys. Because one of the biggest, honestly, if I were to, like, rank my, the inductions in HH,
Yeah.
but obviously I can't do all of them right now because way too many dudes have joined for me to even keep track of.
I stopped.
Honestly, there are a lot of inductions that I was happy about, and I think I can only name 3 at the top of my head. That was Quadio, Lord Grim, and Megarar.
Yeah.
Megarar, he is one hell of a soul. He's actually out on trip right now. So I don't know if he'll be able to see this, but Megarar, you're my third or fourth shout out of this Dasher series, because kid, like, you're not even that younger than me, but like, dude, like, he is just a built different soul. I remember, like, he was just running around Megarar, killing people with rockets and all that, and there he is. He's now in the league with some of the craziest KDs that I've seen, and he's just absolutely slaughtering with those shotguns of his. Now, when it comes to shotguns, I detest shotguns, okay? Like, I know that there's actually a skill curve with shotguns and all that, but it just feels so copped out. It just feels so copped out every time I get clapped by one. But the only shotgun user that I am remotely capable of tolerating is Megarar, because he's too fucking good with those things for me to feel, like, toxic about, you know?
Yeah, he's definitely badass.
One of the most skilled souls on Phoenix, dude.
Yeah.
Right next to Questex, in my opinion, because, my god. Questex, he's one of the proudest recruitments that I've made on that team back when I was still a lot more involved with them.
Yeah.
Nowadays my relationship with Phoenix is a lot more distant. If I were to put it into a better way, I'd probably say, like, I've probably said this before already in public, but I'm like that dad that left to go get some cigarettes or milk and never came back. I'm like that kind of person.
Yeah, that's very triggering. It's very triggering.
My bad. That's just a lack of a better phrase.
No, I know, but yeah, I remember you even got me on Phoenix, and then you're like, by the way, we gotta go because there's no longer a Division 2, and you guys are gonna be the competition. We can't help the competition.
Man, Division 2 was something, wasn't it?
It was a good idea. I think they should bring it back.
It was. Honestly, looking back at Division 2, I feel like our approach with Phoenix was a little bit cringeworthy, to be honest. Yeah. I'm saying, okay, so I remember the response that Phoenix got back when it was first trying to be all secretive and all that, because the fact of secret being, you know, Phoenix, you know, having Phoenix be secretive, that was my idea. Before you start flaming me, right? I wanted to bring more attention to Division 2 because Lat wanted to, alright? So I figured having a team that no one would really know would be a decent idea. Although everyone here is already pretty damn good at knowing who everyone is without knowing their names, because the community was still pretty goddamn small back then. So I figured if I were to have a team that was completely aliased, no one knew who they were, and they were constantly in pub lobbies shitting on other players, this would attract more attention to Division 2. So when I made that quote-unquote anonymous statement with a close to plagiarized logo of Phoenix, that was in pure intentions of just garnering more attention to Division 2. And look where all that went. It got shat on. But still, I think Phoenix is one of the most potent teams in this league for many reasons, okay?
Oh, yeah.
A really good team composition, and honestly, they have a pretty goddamn good captain on their hands, dude. I really like how they turned out today, and I remember back then I could just not stop doting on them as a team because I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Because like, man, oh man, being a captain is something. Obviously, like with the way that it went down for me, it was a lot more romanticized than other ones. Because obviously, being a captain is really fucking hard. It's like getting players together, recruiting, scheduling. That's a real big pain in the ass. I've heard from many captains, but yeah, it's just something, man.
And it's a lot. I mean, not only that, but you have to come up with like tactics or strategies, and you're the leader. You're the leader of your team, so people are gonna lean on you and look at you as the model to follow. So you got to be on point and you got to pay attention. It's fucking annoying. That's why I tell people I don't want to be in charge. I'll help who's in charge. I'm helping him.
Yeah. Being a captain in the Dash League is pretty fucking difficult. So, any captain in the Dash League, hang in there. Hang in there. Because, goddamn, it's pretty fucking hard. And, of course, I can't call myself a captain anymore because I was more like a coach, alright?
Yeah.
I was more there to just give them advice. Obviously, I'm still in the Phoenix server, but yeah, they yoded me out of the strat channels for obvious reasons. But I still have a pretty decent relationship with Phoenix as a whole. I talk to them every now and then, see how things are up, and maybe even give a few advice here and there if they need it.
I mean, that's what we're all here for. I mean, that's what's great about this community is everybody pretty much helps each other and is cool with each other for the most part. Even recently we started doing these clan wars, and it's just a joke. It's just a throwback to back in the days when we used to have these battles against each other. And it's just in good fun. I don't think anybody's taking it that serious. There's nobody gonna get shot or stabbed in real life.
Yeah, there wasn't any need to take that serious. And back in that clan war, there wasn't really much of a need to take that as seriously as like, a tournament or a league match because, well, 9V brought in Rico.
Yeah, exactly. And Rico went full Rico, and look what happened. Look, he just killed it, hands down.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Tell you, you can't go full Rico. That's what happens. Look at fucking devastation. He's Hulk. He just kills like I can picture him being Hulk in a Marvel movie.
Yeah, looking back on older times, back when Ball was still out, I was actually let into the HHI server for a little bit. And no, I'm still in there, except of course I'm banned from Strat. I'm actually in I think I'm in 2 Discord servers, Phoenix and HHI. That's not my actual league team because HHI, I was in their ball team, so they just kept me around because they're like, yeah, sure, let's just keep him around. And actually in that server, I changed my name to, guess fucking what? I changed my name to Lord Grim. So when HHI added in that new member to their team, I'm like, hey, welcome to the team. And they said, oh, thank you so much, Lord Grim. It's an honor to be here. And then Mr. B butts in and he's like, yeah, you gotta be careful who you're talking to in this channel. So good. Again, shout outs to Lord Grim because he's one of the first true buddies in my opinion that I made in this league because he's just such a good guy. No one can hate the dude. All right, he's just so low key. He doesn't really fuck with it much. He's just there, Yeah. He's a good guy all around.
Yeah, man.
And
sometimes it's just all you need.
Yeah, just the Night Owls in general. Have you heard of the Night Owls?
No. Tell me about them.
Right. Oh my god, why did I not bring this up earlier? Okay, yeah, the Night Owls. This was not something that was necessarily kept secret or covert. The Night Owls is more of a friend group that I founded myself, And this was back then during the deepest parts of the quarantine, where my sleep schedule was like fall asleep at like 7 a.m. and wake up at like 4 p.m.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so the Night Owls was a friend group that I founded myself. And initially, it started with a select few people. I believe it was one of the Crash Zones. I don't know if it was Axion or Crash Zone. Lord Grimm and Orion. A lot of you guys might have not heard that name in a while because none of us have heard from it in a while. But Orion was one of the OG players back in the alpha. So hold up, give me a second. So if I could actually find the conversation here.
Okay.
Here it is. HD Night Owls. So this conversation, oh my god. Hold up. Alright, yeah, this conversation took place nearly almost a year ago from literally right now, except a month back. So yeah, this was like June, July. Yeah, this was I believe, yeah, it was July. July 28th of 2020. So this was yeah. Basically, the HD Night Owls was a tiny group that I started up myself, full of a very select group of friends. That was Lord Grimm, myself, Crash Zone 1, not Axion, and yeah, Orion. And the reason why I started this up was because I wanted to make a group of just people that I would be able to hang out with during my like past midnight sessions of Hyperdash. And oh man, this is a really nostalgic story. Because it was just 4 people initially. And then once I actually announced the existence of Night Owls in a few servers, a few more people pitched in. So give me a second. We're going back. We're going back in time, guys. We're going back in time right now.
Going back.
So
back
if I go all the way back, if I just go all the way back to one of the first messages typed in the server, if I can. Okay. Let's hope Discord doesn't drop the magnifying glass. Oh well, they did. Well, one of the first players that were invited into the server was Sage, actually.
Okay.
Sage actually
the boss.
was. Yeah, Sage. Shout out to you, man. Thanks for joining our server back then. Yeah, Sage actually offered to join the server, and he just kind of stuck around as well. He sometimes likes to join the conversations that we have, and yeah, he's one of the first ones that joined. And then just after all that, slowly, our group started to grow. Now, what used to be the Hyperdash Night Owls just turned into the Night Owls, alright? We're the Night Owls now. So, yeah, the Night Owls, founded by me, is a friend group consisting of just people from mostly Australian places, like Sydney and all that. Like, in there we have Atreyu, Axion, Bloodhound, Crash Zone, Damage You, Doofus, I put him there at one point. Grim Reaper, Mr. V, Mr. Soap, Muley, Odds in there as well. Person, if you know who that is, Rembrandt, Stonebread. Pretty much, yeah, a lot of our Australian players just came over here, and yeah, this place is more like a pub safe haven for us to relax at. And here we just like do whatever the hell we want. We have short conversations every day, I guess. There's some chatter happened like on the 26th. Lord Grimm's like posting photos of an airplane or something. Typical Lord Grimm. And yeah, it's just that kind of server. There's a chit chat, and then there's like a matchmaking server for like if everyone hopping on Pop 1, Township Tale, or Hyperdash. And then we even have a pets channel. It's just the typical friend group place.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just like to post a little piece or two of mine called Random Facts or Topics. And I honestly, I left that place dead for a while now. But that was back when this place was booming, all right? Because during the darkest times for me in the quarantine, the Night Owls were there for me. And yeah, I called them the Night Owls because, like, I always interact with them at night. Because for them, it's like a completely different time. It's like evening or morning. Yeah. So, yeah, honestly, one of the biggest reasons why I played the game so much, and I guess why I was good at it back then, I'm going to say it right now, not because I was training, not because I was constantly talking about strategy, it was because of them. Yeah. It was thanks to the Night Owls back then that I actually played the game so much. I was able to play it every day so late at night, and I was actually able to have friends to talk to during this quarantine, because if it weren't for them, this quarantine would have been one of the most darkest chapters in my life. And luckily for them, despite being the Night Owls, they shed a lot of light into it. So the entirety of Night Owls, as its founder, and as And as your friend, hopefully, as its founder and as just Laggy in general, I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Because I'm gonna say this right now. I said this to a few people as well. You guys practically saved my life. Okay.
Yeah,
I
know,
really
heard
fucking
that.
owe you guys
You
for
said
that.
that a few
At
times.
this point, anything can happen. I can just cut ties with everyone from this league. Anything can happen at this point. But just please do not forget the fact that I owe everyone in this community so much, especially the Night Owls. All right. And I feel like that statement can go on for a lot of other people who is involved in this community. Like I
Yeah.
said, a lot of things can happen, whether it be arguments, drama, or just full-on shade being thrown. Just this is a community that will hold a special place in my heart once I'm gone from it, and it will happen someday. Because honestly, with how I view relationships online, it's not gonna last forever. There's
No.
gonna be a time. There's gonna be a time where there's gonna be a buddy that just stops getting on, and honestly, there's gonna be a time where that comes. All right, so I might as well just live in the present and just enjoy, like, what's happening right now. All right, and even reminiscing on the past, because you guys hold a really special place in my heart, and that's the point that I just want to get across. So yeah, big shout out to the Night Owls from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys so fucking much.
Yeah, man, that's awesome, dude. And I'm pretty sure I mean, I think you're genuine. If you think you sound corny or fake, I don't think you sound corny or fake. I think you sound genuine. I think you got your point across for sure, and I think they could feel what you're laying down. But what I was gonna say is this game has done that. Like, this game is amazing for me because I'm a video gamer. I've been playing games since I was a kid. We go back to Atari.
Yeah.
I'm an old fuck. But this is the first time that I've actually been involved in a game. I downloaded Discord because of this game. This community, this community is like, like, it's amazing. I can't believe it's all because of this one game. Like, there's no other game I play that I've seen a community like this, and I still continue to play games, and I still haven't seen a community like this one. It's just, some people might be pushing it to the edge, some people getting too comfortable and not showing respect. It is what it is, but in the end, we're playing the game and it's for fun, and let's have fun.
Yeah, this community was just so tightly knit, and because during this quarantine we just bounded together and just had our own fun,
Yeah.
while we legit had nothing to do in our homes.
Well, you guys had nothing to do. I still had to fucking work.
Yeah, well, of course, a lot of people have their own circumstances. All right.
Yeah. No, I get
A
it.
lot of
though.
people were
I
working
get
from
it.
home, trapped in the confines of their house. This community gave them a world to enter.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it,
Safe
man.
haven,
It
that
was,
kind of thing.
it was awesome. Like, I'm appreciative of everything that we have done and I've got to do. Like you said, if this is it, this is the last season I'm able to do what I'm doing, then fine, because I'm proud of what we did and what we done, and I can look back and be like, yeah, we did that. I'm proud of that.
Yeah, I always want to make sure that I don't sound pretentious. So I always try to make that clear. I don't want to lie to anyone.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
You're not
I just wanted to make that clear. And yeah, you too, Dre. Like, you've been in this from the start, haven't you? Right?
I've been not the very start, but I got in pretty early. Like I said, you can tell everybody, I got into
Surely earlier than me.
I got into HH before they started locking the door. So I was good. I was good. I got in.
You would have gotten in anyway.
I got in. I stayed quiet. I asked anybody if they wanted drinks. I was like, "Hey, can I help with the drinks? Anybody need?"
Yeah, you would have gotten in anyway. You don't need to worry about that.
No, once it started being based off of skill, I was like, "Whew." I'm glad I beat that that one.
HH was that kind of thing, huh? Yeah, it was crazy.
I started seeing the people that get initiated. I was like, "Oh damn! Oh that guy too! Oh damn! All right, okay, I see what's going on here. I got lucky, and I'm just gonna stay quiet." But you know what it is I found potential. Like, I found where I was good at, and I was good at casting, and that's where I just tried my best at, because I knew I was gonna be able to live up to the standards as far as in the game.
Yeah.
But
Man, it's just great.
But it's a great that's a great community. I appreciate Chapo bringing me in. I got to meet some cool people. I got hooked up with like this is amazing people. The staff that I have, everybody in the league. It's just awesome. Even the developers. I'm cool with developers of a game that's an awesome game. Like that's an amazing feeling. I try not to abuse it. I always only hit them up when I absolutely have to.
Oh yeah, dude. Because you've been here for quite a long time, and you've just been like casting all of these matches and all that, which in the midst of all the shit technology, just like having all these problems and all that, you know, with internet. I remember a year back, my own Dasher series had to be like held on to for like a few days on end before you could actually do the actual thing, and it was all hilarious, dude. It's crazy, man. So the fact that you having to deal with all this bullshit, right? Having to go through all this, and you still managed to pull through in the end, being one of, honestly, in my opinion, one of the greatest fucking casters in Dash League history.
Thank you.
You still pull that shit off. Despite it's so difficult sometimes, you still pull through, man, and you still give us a great show.
Hey, well, thank you, man. I mean, I try, and we're having fun. That's what I mean. Like, yeah,
Exactly.
I'm not gonna give you. I'm not trying to give you guys a shit show. That's not what I'm trying to say when I say if you're having fun, they're having fun. That's the best you can do. No, we're having fun, and I hope that comes through in our videos. And yeah, and the performances you guys give, it makes us perform better, makes the audience get more involved, makes them perform better. Then we feed off of that, and then everybody's feeding off it, and it's a vibe. You know, everybody's like, yeah, and that's what I like, and that's what I try to impart. You know, tell people is like, it's not about doing this, that, or the other. It's about doing what you think is fun, and there's gonna be an audience for that. Trust me. Whatever you think is fun, there's an audience for that. As crazy as it sounds, even the bad stuff, I hate to say it, I don't want to influence anybody,
Yeah.
but even the bad stuff, there's an audience for that. But yeah, man, we're doing great things, man, and good luck to you on your team, man, with this season. I know it's gonna be tough with D just entering late. They came out the gate late, but
that's gonna be a story.
yeah, and team name ain't up. No, and you know, it looks like they might. I think they might make playoffs for sure, but I don't know. I think they might make finals. But I don't know who's gonna meet them up there, man, because there's a lot of tough teams. This Dasher tier is crazy.
Hell yeah, dude.
And
Because like honestly,
Arc right now is at the top, undefeated.
Yeah. Honestly, I've seen these opinions thrown around all the time, but like the gaps in between the Dash and the Dasher tier, they're a lot more bigger than some people might think at first glance. So yeah, competition's ruthless, man. Like I said, the prize pool is significantly bigger, so they have every right to be ruthless. But obviously, I said this like way earlier. I'm not like that. All right, I'm just having fun now, because you can kind of tell throughout this interview. While we could have been talking about other kind of shit in the league, honestly, man, we're just sitting here having fun, dude. We're just talking about how shit has been for us in general. And yeah, that's kind of what I was aiming for. Just catching up on old times, reminiscing, and just, you know, having fun, that kind of shit.
Yeah, man. I mean, when you said that, when you're like, it was simpler times, I thought about it for a moment. Like, yeah, it was. There was nothing to live up to. There was no expectations. It was like, can we do this? We did it. Great. It happened.
Yeah.
Because I look at some of those videos and I'm like, wow, that's really bad. But that's what we had at the time. Like, there was no work to do, and we built the house from that. And finally, other people saw the house, and now they're like, okay, we know how to build houses. And it's, you know, this whole village got built because of this one house that we kept building and fucking up and breaking. And it's amazing. Like, I think that's pretty awesome. And you know, whether it's known or not, I think that's great that we had our hand in building that house.
Yeah, the fact that I was able to stick around with this clusterfuck for over a year now, that says a lot, all right? That says a whole lot. So, just such a tightly knit community that came together during tough times, and the fact that we're still running pretty decently despite it being a really rocky road, that means a lot, man. And yeah, honestly, I feel like this kind of thing couldn't have happened with any other game, you know? It's just like the circumstances, they just kind of aligned. Yeah. I feel like if this were any other game like Call of Duty, I would have just fucked right off, you know? But like, nah, this is Hyperdash, man. We're the Dashers, we just got together, and we're still doing it now. It's a lot more tougher than it is now because it's getting a bit more complicated. Like I said, there's arguments in the Dash League server. There's a lot of shade being thrown around. There's drama with casting, team scheduling, that kind of thing. Well, we're doing our best. In the end, I just really hope that these arguments and all of that, anyone that's involved in those discussions, I just feel like, well, I just hope it's just being resolved logically, because obviously when two minds collide, especially when they disagree, a lot of things can happen, and people that are there on the sidelines just watching it all unfold are either grabbing out their popcorn, they're just seasoning it and just chewing away, and they're just enjoying this. Oh yeah, keep going. I'm just sitting back here like, what are they talking about? Yeah, I just hope like with how things are going now, I'm just gonna be for real. It's a bit rough, all right. I just hope it'll go well in the future, and if it doesn't, who cares? Because
Exactly.
with what we already accomplished now, honestly, dude, that shit's nothing could erase that. Nothing can overweigh that. And if anything does happen, that does, I won't let it. Right? I won't. I won't forget about that. That's for sure. Because honestly, yeah, a lot of personal drama can happen between a lot of the players, in any team, you know, and I won't be mentioning anything, but yeah, obviously, I've been involved in drama somewhat, despite me wanting to avoid it, and it happens, man. And obviously, I don't want that to stick on our resume, you know.
Yeah.
That I just want that shit to be forgotten, right? So, because yeah, we started off really good, you know. We were really close. There were a few rocky ends here and there, but we still pulled through. But nowadays, I can't say the same. Like, I guess I can, but it's just a lot more. How do I say this? A lot more conflicted, you know, because with just all the conversations I'm seeing. Obviously, I don't know shit. Okay, I'm not one to get out of my way to start arguing over something that might seem trivial or even vital, maybe. If I'm involved in an argument, I'm just there to watch and maybe even say something without being refuted, because that's just how it is, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to be involved in that complicated shit, and I don't want that complicated shit to just like mess up any kind of camaraderie that we could be forming with our fellow team members, because this is a league, okay? Esports, it's ruthless in a different way, different from physical sports, and that's inevitable, right? But I just this sounds really idealistic, but I just want everyone to get along, okay? I
Yeah,
just want there
you
to
could
be a
want that,
level
but
of
you can't
respect.
expect that. That's the mature thing.
Obviously,
Yeah, that's the thing is you could want that because I
obviously,
want
yeah,
yeah I want everybody to get along too, but sometimes my type of humor or jokes might not be your
right?
type of humor. But it's
It's just downright impossible, isn't it?
yeah, and then for me it's a matter of getting along with people. Either you just deal with the people who you want to deal with, and don't deal with the other people. Why are we gonna argue over stuff that unless it's you're getting to a solution. If you're trying to argue to get to a solution, I
Yeah, of
understand that, but
course.
I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight with anybody. It's just ridiculous because like I said, I already have a job and everything.
Yeah, we don't want it to add up to our daily stress, okay? That's
Yeah,
not what we're looking. But
and
obviously, yeah, it's I don't know. It's just how it goes, dude.
I know what you're saying, and people, I think the problem is like people like to say negative things for the sake of say negative, or push buttons for the sake of pushing buttons, and those other people that get those buttons pushed need to be mature and ignore them. It's like, and I understand. It's like there's all kinds of factors involved, but in the end, we need to keep it cool, chill out, give everybody a place to do what they want to do, space to do what they need to do, and have fun on the game. Because I mean, again, I have 8 servers on Discord because of this one game. It's like, why? Why?
Yeah, it's just yeah. I just really want to maintain a mutual respect
Yeah,
with the players that I interact with,
respect is,
because
and
like
I understand that
that's pretty
completely.
much what it's about. Because respect is always a really high, it's always a really high throne that has to be held on to in any sport, whether it be UFC, basketball, and anything. Yeah, esports is no different. And that's why I said esports is different in a ruthless way. You know, it's harder to get that mutual respect because of our circumstances, and that's just what I'm trying to hold up to right now. I always want to make sure that I'm not on bad terms with anyone. Obviously, that's impossible, but still, I
You
just want to make sure that I, at the very least, at the bare minimum, have a respect with someone at
you
least.
just gotta be okay. Like I always tell people, do you feel good about what you did? Are you okay with what your decision was? Then okay, that's it. Like even if you were
Yeah,
wrong, if you felt good about your decision and that you were wrong, then okay, admit you're wrong. But because I make decisions all the time and they're wrong, and I'm like, okay, but that was the decision I make. I feel it's when you kind of hesitate that you could have done better. It's like, oh, why didn't you think it through, or why didn't you try to figure it out, spend more time on it? Because usually that leads that the answer to that's usually laziness, and I hate being lazy. So it's like I'd be lazy when I need to be lazy, but I want to get shit done when I need to get shit done.
hell yeah, well fucking said, right?
Get it done and get it out. Uh,
Oh yeah.
Man, yeah, I get what you're saying, Laggy. I'm with you, man. Let's have fun. Let's have a good season. And it's time has flown by. A year is crazy. I feel like
Yeah.
with Dashley, it feels like 4 or 5 years. But I mean, let's hope we get to. I know Lad's dream is to have this live one day. Have us all live. Let's hope we get there, man.
Yeah, this interview right here is living fucking proof that this year flew right by. Um, a while ago we were just right in the middle of the quarantine, and yep, things started to lift up a little bit, and things are really different now. People are going to college, are going back into school, like myself, and yeah, times are different now, man. This
People
is a
are
new
married.
era.
Babies were born. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, time is passing.
Yeah, man. And I'm still here screaming, Dashley! Hot as a motherfucker, usually with no pants on. Nah, you don't want to know that.
Yeah,
Thank
we're
you.
still back here. We're still back here, just pulling right through, man. We're doing good.
Thank you so much, Laggy, for joining me for part 2. Let's do another one, but like sooner, maybe in 6 months. Let's not wait a whole year.
Oh man, we'll see. We'll see.
All right.
We'll see what happens, man. Because a lot of thinking happens.
Yeah, man, for sure. I mean, I hope you don't. I hope nothing happens. I hope we are still talking in 6 months. But we'll see. We'll see. Good luck to that.
We'll see, Dre.
Good luck to next season. Good luck in high school, man. It's I know it's gonna be tough, but trust me, man. It's not the end of the world. I know that for sure. You know what's funny about high school for me is I had a grandpa that I really trust, and I really like everything he told me was pretty much true. So I believed everything he told me. He told me, look, son, high school ain't shit. Trust me, you ain't gonna remember half of the people anymore, and the other half you're not gonna want to remember them anyways. So just have fun, get good grades, have a good time. Don't worry about anybody telling you crap. And in the end, it's what you learn that matters. And I was like, damn. So I kept that in mind, and I had a good time. I got good grades. I graduated with honors, but I still had parties. I still did my thing. And in the end, people always gave you that spiel about, like, oh, you're gonna mess up your life. As long as you know your priorities, you're good to go, man. I believe that to the key. So that's my advice, man. Have a good time, but get good grades. Learn the stuff, but trust me, man. I know it's boring and repetitive. They're gonna keep teaching you over and over again, but have a good time, man.
Thanks, Dre. I really fucking needed that. Maybe the current demographic of our actual viewers didn't, but I sure as hell needed that.
Yeah, man.
Thanks a lot, Dre. Thanks for putting me up. Thanks for hosting this interview just so we could do a little bit of a nice catch up, Thanks a lot, man.
Thanks. You want to give any shout outs, last words?
I've given a fuck ton of shout outs in this interview already, but yeah, like I said, shout outs to the people that I mentioned throughout this interview, and yeah, the Night Owls and my team O, because unfortunately, I'm too far deep into the contract to leave. Because if I'm just gonna say this now, yeah, I can't see myself leaving them anytime in the future. My bad, other teams that do want to recruit me, because yeah, I've already said no to many, and a lot of teams have not. Maybe in an alternate universe I would. Maybe this is an alternate universe. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent.
They don't take it well when you say no. They're like, no. And they're like, F you then. I didn't want to go. All right. Shout outs to the board. Shout outs for all the crap that they do and all the thing and the blah blah blah. Shout outs to the board. Anyways, Triangle Factory for bringing this community together, for creating this awesome game. Like we I mean, you already know we've been talking about them the whole time. Shout outs to Valve. Shout outs to EquipVR.io. Shout outs to Ascend VR for taking care of us and helping us out. The contest is still going on. Glean contest. Link in the description. Hopefully, if I haven't done it, I'm sorry. It's definitely on the Dash League matches description. Check it out. Gleam contest. You can win a Quest 2. Several ways to enter. Deadline October 17th. I try to remember all those details without looking at the thing. Shout outs to Worthen, Ditz, Wildcats, and Quad and Ichigo for the donations. Because of them, we still got stickers, magnets, and lanyards. Hit me up. I got you. Everybody, shout outs to Laggy for being here again. Shout outs to HH, the only kind that matters. And shout outs to my staff. It's because of you, everything looks so good. This place looks great because of my staff. Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all at DLTV.
Yeah, if you actually watched my interview and made it to this point, real big shout outs to you, man. That really makes me feel a lot better. So
Hey.
yeah, thanks for watching in general to whoever is watching right now, or if you skipped here, I'd probably do the same thing.
Nah, watch it. I bet you're gonna get a whole bunch of hits. Well, till we meet again, Laggy. Peace out. Peace
Till
out,
we meet
everybody.
again, Dre. Good luck, have fun, man. Have a
Dash
good one,
League.
dude. Dash League.